Chat, are we cooked right now? Or are we French fried? Hello everybody, what's going on? So I've been getting back into PVZ 2 and PVZ 2C just to get some future video ideas, and I noticed that Ice Shroom is available again for the very low cost of $10. I know, I'm not exactly proud of spending my money on it, but I wanted to talk about Ice Shroom, so bear with me. If you've been playing the game for a while, you know PVZ 2 keeps bringing back plans from the original game. Some of these plans are way too strong, while others feel kinda weak. For example, Mega Gatling P does a ton of damage, shooting 4 Ps at once and taking down zombies fast. On the other hand, Scaredy Shroom only costs 25 sun, but it's not very useful and only works in certain situations. The difference between these two is like Nuclear Bomb versus Coughing Baby. With these returning plants, some questionable changes have been made to fit the playstyle of Plants vs Zombies 2. For example, Ice Shroom is one of the plants that have had the most noticeable changes since its return. Before I get started into what makes Ice Shroom different now, let's go over some basics. Ice Shroom in PVZ 1 is a stalling plant that you unlock pretty early in the game, which has a 75 sun cost. Ice Shroom can freeze all zombies on the lawn for 3 seconds, then slow them down for about 16 seconds after the freezing effect is worn off. However, airborne zombies within his range are only slowed and not frozen, unlike the other zombies. The trade-off of this strong ability is having a long recharge time of 50 seconds. Since he's a nocturnal plant, you'll need to bring in Coffee Bean to use Ice Shroom during the day, which boosts his sun cost from 75 sun to 150. Most players would agree that Ice Shroom is a pretty solid plant in Plants vs Zombies. It's useful in almost every game mode, from adventure to survival endless, and is key for high flag runs because of its chilling ability and freezing ability, making survival rounds more manageable as survival endless gets tougher and tougher as time goes on. But what if we changed all of that and made Ice Shroom a CDM plant? In PVZ 2, Ice Shroom is very different from the original game. He's received a rework that is completely different from how he behaves in the first game. They even overhauled his design to fit the more modern art direction of Plants vs Zombies 2. To be honest, I think they should have used the All-Stars design of Ice Shroom. It matches the art style and the sprite work is already finished. I get why the devs changed up Ice Shroom. With plants like Ice Bloom and Iceberg Lettuce already being in the game doing similar stuff, it would get boring if they all had the same abilities. So giving Ice Shroom a new role actually keeps things interesting and makes each plant feel more unique. For example, Ice Bloom basically does what Ice Shroom used to do. It freezes all the zombies on the lawn and can even turn them into ice blocks. If you've ever used plant food on Iceberg Lettuce, it functions basically the same as Ice Shroom used to. So honestly, it totally makes sense that the devs wanted to give Ice Shroom something new to do instead of just repeating what other ice plants already have covered. Before I go over the stats, just a heads up, these are level 1 stats. It's easier to explain this way and keeps things simple. Ice Shroom is no longer an instant stalling plant. Now, it's a chilling melee plant that can also boost Winter Mint family plants within its chilling aura. This aura covers a 3x3 area, similar to Moonflower. Its sun cost is now 175, and the recharge time is much shorter at just 20 seconds. Its melee attacks deal 200 damage every 1.5 seconds and can chill any zombies in its aura. When a Winter Mint plant is inside Ice Shroom's chilling aura, it gets a 1.75 damage multiplier, which increases as you level up Ice Shroom. However, I won't cover this leveling system today. That's like a totally different video. For instance, if you take a Snow Pea at level 1 and plant it within its chilling aura, its damage increases significantly, from this much to this much. This is a pretty substantial buff to these attackers. The only Winter Mint plants that Ice Shroom can't boost are other Ice Shrooms and Winter Mint. Here's a little challenge for you guys. Can you guess how many Winter Mint plants are part of the Winter Mint family? If you said 12, You are correct. There are 12 plants that are in the Winterman family. It's a little upsetting that most of the plants are locked behind a paywall for you to use, but hey, there's always mods and fan games that allow you to unlock them by just playing the game. I know, crazy concept. Ice Shroom is honestly a pretty decent plant, but I wouldn't call it top tier. Whenever I pick him, I always feel a bit boxed in with my choices, like in Penny's Pursuit, Arena, or even endless modes. I think that's the main thing that's holding Ice Shroom back. He's kind of just situational and a bit niche, but hey, if you use him as an attacker instead of just as support, he can actually do some solid work. His damage plus the chilling effect, not bad at all, to be honest, especially if you set him up right. That's what I love about Plants vs Zombies. You can really play your own way. Did you guys know that Ice Shroom isn't in the Chinese version of Plants vs Zombies 2? But Ice Bloom is. To be honest, I didn't know either. However, the plant that I found that is similar to Ice Shroom is Cryo Shroom. Instead of Cryo Shroom being a melee attacker like Ice Shroom, it's a ranged attacker like Snow Pea, but acts like a Sun Shroom. Cryo Shroom, I think I'm saying that right, gets stronger in 3 stages as time passes. At first, he shoots ice balls that slow down zombies. After 30 seconds, his attacks get stronger and do more damage. After another 30 seconds, he reaches his final form, where his ice shots split into smaller orbs that hit other zombies in the lane. Now, I'm not that knowledgeable of 2C, but I don't think he's an adventure plant, but rather a premium plant that you unlock through puzzle pieces, like most of the plants in-game. For anybody who's confused, it works like this. So say you wanted to unlock Mega Gatling P. Well, you would need about 10 puzzle pieces to unlock him. These puzzle pieces can be found in the daily challenges, penny shop, and more. But I'll save that for later. I know Cryo Shroom isn't similar to Ice Shroom, but I thought it was cool to mention in the video. Anyways, I think that'll wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed these shorter videos on plants, please let me know, and I will continue making these in the future. I'll see y'all later. I hope you have a good day, or good night, or good evening, wherever you're watching this. I hope you have a good one. Later, dudes.